Welcome to Smart Architectural Programming. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic, Python operators.
Welcome to video number 2 of chapter 3 for the book Coding Python for Beginners. In the first video of chapter 3, we went over Python literals. And as with literals, which are basically more so of a terminology aspect of Python, the next thing we're going to move on is also something more so that you use every day. You're probably familiar with them, but you don't know the exact terminology used when we in regards to those aspects of Python. So we're moving on to operators in Python. Operators are basically special symbols in Python that carry out arithmetic or logical computation. The value that the operator operates on is called the operand. So again, like with the literals video, what we need to understand is that while you might be familiar with this, because these are the things that are taught to you first thing on any online Python course or any other Python book, you might not be familiar with the exact terms used to refer to these things. And this is important because with in every field, if you want to become a professional, you must talk in the professional language. And the professional language in regards to Python is to understand exactly what these terms are called. So there are going to be 5 types of operators that we're going to go over within this video, which we're going to go step by step on the screen. I'll go over the examples of these operators to help you understand what type of operators are there and what are the different types of operators within those types, basically. So for example, first we'll be going into arithmetic operators, and we'll discuss addition as an example of an arithmetic operator. So we'll go through all of the types of operators one by one, and all of the examples within those operators, of all the operators that you can use within that type of operator. So moving back to the definition of operators. Operators are referred as special symbols in Python that carry out some sort of action on a data or a variable or whatever, basically, right? Or a literal that you might have saved, right? So this action, which is acted upon a literal, or in this case, in the proper terminology, any variable, any data that the operator acts upon is called the operand. So when the operator acts on something, it acts on the operand. Now, moving on to the first type of operators. These are arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators generally are used to perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, so on and so forth. Again, if you're not familiar with these mathematical concepts, this is not a mathematical video. So I would recommend you to brush up on your mathematical skills before, basic mathematical skills before starting on this video. So now if you look at your at the screen, the first type of arithmetic operator, as mentioned, is the addition operator. So in addition, we have 2 variables, a equals to 10 and b equals to 5. We add, we create a third variable called result, where we add operator A to operator B, and the operator symbol is this plus symbol. You can see within every operator that I'll discuss going forward, they'll have a symbol in the brackets next to the name of the operator. That would tell you exactly what that operator is going to, basically is, and what is the symbol of that operator. And the function of that operator, I'll go over that briefly. So once we comment everything out, so we can run this code step by step, well, we'll first uncomment the code here. Although I have already placed what answer would come out from when we run this, this piece of code, that is 15. We'll just do it just so that you can see the exact how this, what the output of this operator would be. Again, we add a plus and b together, 10 plus 5. Our answer should be 15, and we're using the plus symbol on this operator to add the value here. We run the code. you'll find 15 is the output. So with that output here, we'll again comment out this code and move on to the next value. The next value we're going to discuss is subtraction. It's on line 9. The symbol for that is a dash or a minus sign. Here again, if you look at the code here, you'll see we are using the same variables, a equals to 10, b equals to 5, result a minus b, using the dash symbol between them. And again, like referring back to the terminology here, so the operator is the dash or minus symbol, which is the operator, and the name of the operator is called the process of this operator is subtraction. And a and b are the variables that we use this operation on. So we called a and b the operands. Now we comment out so the code could run, and we're going to run the code. The answer should be 5, and we get 5. We comment this code out again and move on to the next operator, which is multiplication. Now, multiplication is just the asterisk symbol or the asterisk symbol on your keyboard. That's the multiplication operator. Again, just like in the previous cases, the a and b operands are multiplied together by placing the star operator between the variable a and b. If we run the value, which is 10 into 5, it should be the answer should be 50, as you can note on line 22. If we run the code, we get we got a syntax error here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we didn't comment out this portion. This is not Python code. It's just there to help us understand, you know, what example we're discussing. So we're going to run this again. Yep, the answer is 50, right? So as expected, this is what multiplication operator is basically. Now we're going to comment this out. Next, we move to the division operator on line 15. Again, everything is the same. We have the same operands a and b, and now in the division operator, the symbol is the backward slash. So the backward slash is the symbol for division operator. Now we comment this out. We uncomment the code. 10 divided by 5 should be 2. If we run this code, the answer should be 2 on the console. Yep, the answer is 2.0 on the console. Whenever the division operand is run, keep in mind, even if you use the integer literal in the two operands, the answer would come as a floating point number instead. That's just how division operations are happen within Python. So now that we're done with that, we're going to comment this code out again and move to the modulus operator. Now, those were the simple, the 4 operators that we discussed above were the very, very simple and easy operators. If you go to line 33, we're starting on to do one of the more complicated operators, which is the modulus. Now, the modulus operator is the remainder operator. So it does conduct division like the division operator, but it does not give us the answer for the division operation. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, right? But if we used the modulus operator in the previous example, the answer would be 0, because 10 divided by 5, the remainder is 0. There's no digits left after 10 is divided by 5. 5 1 times is 5, 5 2 times is 10. So there's no remainder. I'm not going to go too deep into the concept of remainders. Again, if you're unfamiliar with that, you can quickly look that up on YouTube and get an understanding of basic, mathematics here. But so modulus basically helps us identify remainders. Now, you might be wondering, how is this useful in programming? This is a very, very important operator, and we use it a lot in different cases. For example, there's a algorithm called the Loon's algorithm, which is a very, very important algorithm in programming. because it helps us verify credit card number validity, right? And within the Loon's algorithm, you can't create that algorithm without using the modulus operator, which is a very, very important algorithm in the current day and age. So, and just one of the examples, modulus is used in a lot of important circumstances within programming. So it's best to understand exactly what it does and how it does that. That clarity would be very, very essential going forward when you need to use the modulus operator. So again, if you use the modulus operator between two variables or two literals or operands, the answer would be the remainder between the first operand and divided by the second operand. So in this case, we're dividing operand A by operand B, that is 3. The operand A is 10, so 369. If we divided this, the answer would be 3 point something. But point being the remainder. But in this case, 10 divided by 3, if you use 369, that's complete wholes. So 1 would remain after that. So answer should be 1. And when we run this code, the answer is 1. Again, this is very, very important, modulus operator. If you have, if you further don't understand particular examples about this, you can reach out to us, and I will send you more examples on the usage of modulus operator to help you understand in what context it is used, basically.